God says, "Your mother who passed away has been begging to tell you something. Listen to God now, the moment you see this. She is closer than you think, and this is her message. Don't skip. I need you to hear this, and I need you to hear it now. This is not just a passing whisper or a soft nudge. This is an urgent cry wrapped in love, coming straight from heaven. Your mother has been reaching toward you, aching to speak, praying that your heart would be open just long enough to receive this. If you turn away now, you might miss what your soul has longed for in silence. Do not scroll, do not pause, because what you are about to feel is going to shift the very atmosphere around you. Comment Amen if your spirit is ready. The message is clear. She is not gone. She is not lost. She is not finished speaking into your life. What death tried to steal, God preserved. What grief tried to bury, heaven has lifted up. She has been crying out before God's throne, asking Him to reach you. Her love for you didn't end when her breath did. It has only grown louder, more radiant, more desperate to touch your life with peace, with warmth, with direction. And now, God has chosen this exact moment, right here, to let her words finally touch your heart. You've been wondering why certain thoughts come to you out of nowhere, why her name rises in your spirit without warning, why tears visit you in the quiet when no one else is watching. That's not just grief, that is heaven's signal. That is your mother's love pressing through the veil, reminding you that her voice still lives, that you are not alone, that she has watched every tear, every silent ache, every night you asked why she had to go. And now God says, the silence is over. She wants you to know she is proud of you, not for being perfect, not for getting everything right, but for holding on, for staying soft when the world went cold, for not letting bitterness steal your heart, for loving others even when you felt unloved. She has seen your struggles. She has cried when you cried, and she wants you to know that heaven is not as far as you think. She is closer than breath, closer than a whisper. She is with God, and God is right here with you. If you believe this is for you, comment 1111 to claim this moment. The enemy has tried to convince you that you're forgotten, that no one is watching, that you're walking alone. But hear this, you are seen, you are known, and you are fiercely protected. God has stationed angels around you. His hand has been on you when you didn't even know it. You should have been lost. You should have been broken beyond repair, but you are still here, because your mother's prayers are still active, still echoing before the throne, and God has honored them. You see, death doesn't silence faith. Love rooted in Christ doesn't end, it multiplies. And your mother knew God. She walked with Him, trusted Him, and now she stands with Him, still interceding for you, still fighting for your peace, still pleading that you won't walk away from your calling, because there is a calling on your life, a divine assignment, a legacy you are meant to carry forward. And even if you don't see it clearly, heaven sees you as chosen, anointed, set apart. You might feel tired, you might feel stuck, but this is not the end of your story. You have no idea how close you are to breakthrough. The darkness you've been wrestling is a sign of how much light is coming. Your mother's message is not just comfort, it's activation. God is stirring something in your spirit right now. You can feel it. A weight is lifting. A breath is returning. That's not emotion. That's presence. That is God moving. He says you will not walk in confusion much longer. He is about to reveal things that have been hidden. He is about to align things that have felt broken. Your mother's greatest hope was never just your survival, it was your transformation. She prayed for your joy. She begged for your freedom. She believed in the promises of God over your life, even when you didn't. And God heard her. There's more you need to hear. There's more He is about to pour into your spirit. But before we go on, if this message has touched you already, if even one tear has formed, take a moment to like this video. You're not doing it for numbers. You're doing it to seal your agreement with what God is saying right now. The reason this moment is happening now is because you're ready. You weren't ready before. Your heart needed time to heal. Your mind needed time to rest. But now, your spirit is ready to receive. And when God speaks, He doesn't do it by accident. He chooses His moments with precision. And this one, it's yours. She wants you to stop punishing yourself. Stop asking what you could have done differently. Stop holding guilt that God never gave you. She says you did enough. You loved enough. You were enough. The enemy has tried to twist memory into shame, but God says no more. He is restoring your memory with truth. He is rewiring your heart to stop carrying what was never meant to stay. You have a future, and it's brighter than you imagine. You're about to step into rooms you didn't know you were qualified for. You're going to see doors open that should have remained shut, not because of you, but because of the one who walks before you. Your mother's spirit rejoices knowing you're finally about to see the goodness she always prayed you would. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have cried long enough. You've questioned long enough. Now, it's time to rise. Time to believe again. Time to stop merely surviving and begin living with purpose. Because your story didn't die with her, it grew deeper, more meaningful. And God is going to use every part of your pain as fuel for your promise. She watches with a heart full of love, now freed from all earthly pain. Her spirit rejoices every time you press forward, even when your feet are trembling. She rejoices because she knows how hard it's been. She knows what no one else knows, and she's proud of the way you keep going. God says her prayers didn't die when she did. They've taken root. Her voice, lifted in faith while she was here, has become a sound that still moves heaven. You've wondered if she hears your thoughts. She does. You've wondered if she knows how much you miss her. She knows. You've whispered to the air, to the dark, thinking maybe she'd hear. And she has. Every word, every tear, every silent moment when you just said her name in your heart, it reached her. There's something she's been begging God to show you, and that's your worth, your real worth. Not what the world labeled you, not what others said about you, not what you started to believe when your heart got heavy, but the worth that was written on you from the beginning. You were born chosen. You were born wrapped in purpose. You were born for impact, and she saw that in you. Even when you doubted yourself, she saw it. Even when you fell short, she prayed harder. Comment 222 if you trust that this is for you. She wants you to stop running from healing. Stop pretending you're okay when you're breaking inside. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. She used to tell you to rest, didn't she? She used to tell you to slow down, to breathe, to let God hold what you couldn't carry. And now she's saying it again, but this time, she's saying it through the heart of God Himself. Let Him hold what you cannot. Let Him mend what no one else can see. God says, you have not been forgotten. Heaven has watched over you like a flame that must not go out. You were preserved for such a time as this. The enemy tried to destroy you through grief, through trauma, through fear, but it didn't work. And now God is going to use every scar to shine glory. Nothing you've walked through will be wasted. Every season of sorrow is being turned into soil for your blessing. There's a moment coming, and it's soon, where things will shift, where the chaos will make sense, where the loss will no longer feel like an empty place, but a holy space. You'll begin to see signs that confirm what you're hearing now. You'll hear her favorite song on a random day. You'll smell something that brings her memory flooding back. You'll feel a peace wrap around you when no one is near. That's not coincidence. That's heaven speaking. She wants you to forgive, not just others, but yourself. The anger you've held toward yourself for not saying more, doing more, being more, it's not from God. God says you did all you could, and your love was more than enough. Your presence was her comfort. Your tears, even if hidden, were known by God. And now He's giving you peace in place of guilt, freedom in place of regret. Comment 333 to declare your faith that healing is coming. Your mother's message is also a warning, not from fear, but from love. She's asking you not to waste your days, not to delay your purpose any longer. You've been waiting, hesitating, thinking you're not ready. But heaven says you are. You've been equipped through pain. You've been trained in the dark. And now it's time to shine. There are people who will be healed by your testimony. There are lives that will be lifted by your strength. Don't underestimate what God placed inside you. Your mother knows what's coming. She sees the harvest that's about to bloom. She sees the connections being aligned, the doors being unlocked, the favor being poured out. She knows you'll be okay. But she doesn't just want okay for you. She wants overflow. She wants you to thrive, and so does your Father in heaven. God says you are under His wings. His protection has been fierce, even when you didn't notice. There were accidents you walked away from that should have taken you. There were decisions you avoided without knowing why. That wasn't luck. That was divine interference. That was your mother's intercession moving through time, shielding your life from destruction. You're not just lucky. You're loved. You're chosen. You're covered. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need to be strong all the time. God is your strength. He is your rest. He is your healer. And in this very moment, He is pouring into your heart a comfort you've been missing for far too long. You've been numb, but life is returning to your soul. Hope is returning to your thoughts. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. There will be more dreams now, more encounters, more moments where you sense her near. Don't dismiss them. Don't call them coincidence. That's God reminding you that your connection was never severed, it was only shifted. What you shared with her was sacred, and what is sacred is never lost in God's kingdom. She carries your name on her lips still. She speaks life over you still. And she won't stop until she sees you walk into the fullness of your calling. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've spent so long pretending to be okay for everyone else, trying to be the strong one, hiding the weight of what you carry. But God sees through the act. He knows how deep it hurts. And now, He's saying you don't have to carry it alone anymore. This moment was not created by chance. Your mother's cries were not empty. She was never begging for herself, she was begging for you. She saw the danger in your drifting. She saw the cracks in your spirit. And her voice, from the very presence of God, has been echoing over your life, pleading for one thing, that your heart would return home. Home to God, home to healing, home to truth. Because that's where she is, and she wants you there not someday but now, in spirit, in heart, in wholeness. There are things you've been carrying for too long, burdens that weren't meant to stay, guilt that doesn't belong to you, shame that has no place in God's story for your life. Your mother sees it, God sees it, and they are asking you to finally let it go, to trust that your past is not your identity, to stop dragging around the pain like it defines you. God says He is doing a new thing, not a small change, a complete renewal, but it starts when you let Him in. Comment 555 if you believe restoration is near. You've been waiting for a sign, asking God to show you that she's okay, that she's with Him, that she still loves you. This is it. Right now, this is your sign. God does not speak like this unless something holy is happening. You weren't just meant to hear this, you were meant to feel it, deep in your bones, deep in your soul. This isn't just a message, this is an encounter. This is God bringing heaven close so you can finally breathe again. You've questioned so much since she passed, wondered if you prayed enough, loved her enough, said enough. The truth is, you did. She knew. She still knows. She carries the memory of your love with her in glory. It's not lost. And now, she wants you to stop replaying the what-ifs. Stop torturing yourself with could've and should've. None of that lives in the heart of God. All that lives there is mercy, grace, love. And that's what she has for you. God wants you to hear this next part with a quiet heart. Let it settle in you. Your life still has so much ahead. You felt stuck, maybe even forgotten, like the years are slipping by and you're not where you hoped you'd be. But God says He hasn't missed a moment. He's been preparing something that takes time. Real beauty takes time. Deep healing takes time. But now the time has come to walk forward with purpose, to stop standing still in sorrow and start living again. Comment 1212 if you're ready to walk forward. She sees your kindness, how you help others, even when you're hurting, how you smile, even when you're breaking. She sees how much love you still carry in your heart, though the world hasn't always returned it. And she's proud that you didn't let bitterness take root, proud that you kept believing in goodness, proud that you didn't lose yourself, even when grief tried to swallow you whole. That strength in you, it didn't come from nowhere. It came from her, and it came from God. She always wanted more for you than just survival. She wanted you to have joy again, to laugh, to dream, to feel alive. That's what she's asking God for every day. Not just for your pain to end, but for your joy to begin. That's what God wants too. And the time is coming, slowly maybe, gently, but surely. Your morning is about to break. The night has gone on long enough. There are things ahead that will blow your mind. People you haven't met yet, blessings you haven't seen yet, breakthroughs you never imagined. And every one of them is tied to the love of God and the prayers of a mother who never stopped loving you. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are seen, not only by God, but by the one who brought you into this world. You will begin to see your life differently now. The pain won't vanish, but it will lose its power. It won't own you anymore. It won't define your choices. You'll stop living in fear of more loss and start living in expectation of more grace. Because God is surrounding you. His Spirit is filling your empty places. His hand is restoring what you thought was beyond repair. There is a calling on your life. It may not look loud. It may not come with applause. But it is real. It matters. And it carries the weight of heaven behind it. Your mother saw it in you long ago, that quiet strength, that deep compassion, that hunger for meaning. She never wanted you to lose it. And now she sees that it's still there, flickering inside, waiting to rise. And she's standing beside the King of Kings, saying your name with boldness, asking for your next chapter to be stronger, brighter, and more beautiful than anything behind you. That's what's being released now. That's what heaven is stirring up for you in this very moment. You've had days where you wanted to disappear, moments you didn't think you could make it one more step, nights where the silence was so loud it crushed your spirit. But God says, look at you, still breathing, still standing. You don't realize the strength that's been moving through you. You've thought it was just your willpower, but no, it's been grace. It's been divine power holding you up when you didn't even ask for it. Your mother saw it. She saw your breaking point, and she asked God to carry you through, and He did. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now, they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is a promise being fulfilled right now, not just words in the air, but a shift in the heavens. You may not see it yet, but you'll feel it. Your steps will feel lighter. Your heart will start to hope again, even when your mind doubts. That's God moving. That's your mother's voice breaking through the noise of this world to remind you that you are not forgotten. You were never just someone who survived loss. You are someone who will rise because of it, who will shine through it. She always wanted you to believe in yourself. You remember, don't you? How she told you that you were made for more. How she believed in your dreams when others doubted them. She saw something in you, something deep, something sacred. And now, from where she is, she sees it more clearly than ever, and she wants you to see it too. To stop shrinking yourself, to stop second-guessing your worth, because in God's eyes, you've always been enough. Always. Comment 777 if you believe God is not done with you yet. There's a fire inside you that life has tried to put out, but God says, it's not gone, it's been hidden, but it's not dead. Your mother prayed for that fire to never go out. And now, the breath of God is blowing gently on the coals of your heart. You're going to feel it stir again. You're going to remember who you were before the loss, before the pain, before life got heavy. That part of you is coming back, but stronger, wiser, rooted in truth. You've carried so many unspoken things, memories you couldn't explain, emotions you didn't know how to share, but God knows every one of them. Not a single one has been missed. Every ache you thought went unnoticed was seen by heaven. Your mother felt them too, through the veil, through the spirit, and she has not stopped fighting for your healing because her love didn't stay behind. It ascended with her, and it still moves for you. Don't be afraid to live again. Don't be afraid to open your heart, to trust again, to smile without guilt. That's what she would want. That's what God wants. You were not created to live in a shell of your former self. You were created to reflect the glory of a God who heals, who restores, who brings beauty out of ashes. And yes, He will do that for you. He is already doing it. You've wondered if you'll ever feel whole again, if joy will ever come back in full, and God says yes, yes, it will. Not because you've earned it, but because you are His. Because your name is etched into His hand. Because the same God who welcomed your mother into glory is the same God walking with you now. And He has not stopped writing goodness into your life. She wants you to hear this next part with your full heart. She's okay. She's whole. She's radiant. She is not in pain. She is not lost. She is in perfect peace, surrounded by a love that never ends. And the thought of you makes her rejoice. She wants you to stop wondering if she suffered. She wants you to stop replaying those final moments. God has wiped away every tear from her eyes. She is home, and she wants you to know that you're not far from that same peace, because God brings it to you, right here, right now. Comment 999 if you feel His peace entering your heart even now. You're going to start noticing signs, subtle, sacred reminders. You'll feel her when you least expect it. You'll hear her voice in your spirit, not just as memory, but as presence. Not because she's come back to visit, but because God is allowing heaven's love to touch earth through moments just like this. And when it happens, let your heart receive it. Don't brush it off. It's real, and it's holy. She always had dreams for your future, things she wanted to see in you. And God says those dreams are still alive. They haven't been buried. They've been planted. And now, they're starting to bloom. Slowly, but surely. With each act of courage, with each prayer you whisper, with each step forward, you are walking into the very future she believed in for you. She knew that healing takes time. She knew you'd need space to grieve, to question, to wrestle. But she's been waiting for this moment, watching from heaven, hoping that you'd finally realize the truth. She never left you. Not really. And God never stopped carrying you. There's something divine happening in your life right now, even if you can't feel it. Your season of silence is turning into a season of clarity. God is replacing the chaos with purpose. He's turning the aching space in your heart into a place of growth. What you lost didn't destroy you. It formed you. What you thought would break you, God is now using to bless you. And your mother, from her place in glory, has been interceding every step of the way. God says there's a calling on your name that cannot be cancelled. No matter how far you've wandered, no matter how long you've been numb, no matter how much you've doubted, He has never taken His hand off you. Your mother saw it in you long ago, something sacred, a light that the darkness tried to smother. And now, she's shouting before the throne of God that it's your time to rise. It's your time to walk forward in faith. The enemy thought he won when he took her voice away, but God is giving her voice back through this moment, through these words, through the Spirit speaking to your heart. Comment 1010 if you believe the enemy will not win over your story. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You've tried to fill the emptiness with distractions. You've told yourself to just keep moving. But nothing truly eased the ache, did it? Nothing quieted the longing. That's because it wasn't just grief, it was spiritual. It was her love pressing on your soul, asking you not to forget, asking you not to give up, asking you to remember who you are. God allowed you to feel that ache, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because now, He's about to fill the emptiness with His glory. There is healing that goes deeper than time, healing that only heaven can give, and right now, that healing is beginning in you. Not surface comfort, not temporary relief, but deep, holy healing. The kind that touches childhood pain, hidden wounds, unanswered prayers, the kind your mother begged God to bring to you. And because of her faith, because of her love, God is honoring that prayer now. She sees you rebuilding. She sees you waking up again. She sees you choosing light even when shadows call your name. And she rejoices. She doesn't want you to live trapped in memories. She wants you to carry her legacy, not through sadness, but through courage, through strength, through joy. She didn't leave you empty. She left you a foundation, and God is helping you build on it. Every dream you buried after she passed, God saw it. Every time you whispered, "What's the point now?" He heard it, but he also sees the ember still glowing inside of you, the part of you that still believes, still hopes, still longs for more. That is the part he's breathing life into now. That is the part your mother prayed would never die. You are not too late. You haven't missed it. Your delay was not your death. It was your preparation. And now, God is moving. Behind the scenes, he's been aligning things, changing hearts, softening the ground, making the crooked path straight, because you are about to walk into something sacred, something your mother saw in her spirit before she ever left this earth. Comment 1515 if you know God is doing something behind the scenes for you right now. You've been afraid to hope again. You've told yourself not to expect too much because you don't want to be disappointed. But God is asking you to believe again, to lift your head, to trust him. Because what he's about to do in your life is bigger than your fear, greater than your loss, stronger than your sadness. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Your mother's love did not vanish. It ascended. And from heaven, it's still covering you, still wrapping around you, still pushing back the darkness. She is part of the cloud of witnesses now, cheering you on. She sees the days ahead, the ones you're still unsure of, and she smiles because she knows you'll make it. Not just through this, but far beyond it. There will be signs, not random moments, but sacred reminders. You'll hear her laughter in unexpected ways. You'll feel her warmth in moments you least expect. And when it happens, don't brush it off. That's God letting heaven kiss earth. That's your reminder that love, real love, doesn't end. Not in death, not in time, not in distance, and certainly not in the kingdom of God. So take this moment seriously. Let it settle in your soul. Let it shift your thinking. You've been looking for answers, but what you really needed was presence. God's presence, her presence, peace. And that's what's filling the room around you right now. You may feel a tear rising. Let it fall. That's healing. That's the spirit. That's your heart, remembering it was made for more than pain. But God says, let go. Let go of that burden. Your mother didn't leave with regret. She left full of love for you. Love that didn't end. Love that didn't fade. Love that still surrounds you even now. You have carried so much weight. You've taken care of others while your own heart was unraveling. You've smiled while your soul was aching. And God says, He has counted every silent tear, every unseen effort, every piece of you that kept going when you felt like breaking. He has not overlooked you. Your mother has not stopped praying for your peace, and now God is delivering it even now, even here. God says it's time to forgive yourself, truly, fully, finally. Your mother sees you through eyes of heaven now, eyes that are not clouded by human fear or pain. She sees you with the eyes of God. She sees who you are, not who you think you failed to be. She sees the battles you fight that no one else sees. She sees the moments when you sit in silence, when you miss her voice, when you reach for something familiar but only find emptiness. And she speaks your name in the presence of the Father. That name is still filled with promise. She didn't leave you empty. Her love is alive in you. It breathes in the way you comfort others. It shows up in the way you care deeply, how you give without needing thanks, how your heart aches for the broken. That's her legacy living through you. And God says, you're not done growing into it. You are becoming more of what she prayed for each day. Comment 1717 if you receive this legacy she left for you. There were moments she sat alone praying you'd never have to feel the pain she was feeling. And now, in this sacred space, she sees you carrying sorrow that was never meant to be yours. She doesn't want that for you. She wants you to live, really live, to love again, to laugh deeply, to chase what sets your soul on fire. She knows what joy feels like in heaven, and she longs for you to taste it here on earth. You've been faithful, even in the pain. Even when your faith wavered, you stayed. Even when prayers felt unanswered, you whispered them anyway. Even when you questioned God's plan, you didn't walk away. And that has not gone unseen. Heaven has recorded your faithfulness in moments no one clapped for. And your mother rejoices with the angels, not because you were perfect, but because you were real. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She's asking you now, not to waste time, not to keep waiting for the right moment to live. You keep thinking you'll heal later, love later, trust later. But God says, now, this moment is holy. This breath is a gift. This life is still unfolding. And if you keep holding your breath, waiting for permission to move forward, you'll miss what God is opening right in front of you. Let her voice be the one that gently pushes you forward. You've looked at others and thought they were more worthy. You've let shame tell you that what happened to you disqualified you. But God says no. He says He redeems what others discard. He restores what looks shattered. He anoints those who feel unworthy. And your mother knew that about Him. That's why she prayed for you, even when she was weak, even when her strength faded, because she knew God was the only one who could carry you where she couldn't. And He has. He's carried you farther than you realize. Through nights you don't remember. Through despair you never shared. He's been with you in the quiet, in the breaking, in the rebuilding. And now, He's ready to pour out restoration. You're not waiting for healing anymore, it has already begun. Comment Amen if you believe healing is already happening in your life. Your future is not behind you. It's not lost with her last breath. It's in front of you. And she wants you to see it clearly. To stop assuming the best is gone. To stop settling for half of what God promised. You were made to thrive. You were made to shine. You were made to walk in boldness, not because you're fearless, but because you're loved. She sees it. God sees it. Now it's time for you to see it. Let yourself believe that life still holds beauty, that not everything is behind you, that laughter can return, and when it does, you won't feel guilty. You'll feel free. That's what she wants. Not just to be remembered, but for her memory to empower you, to lift you, to anchor you when the storms come again. You are not alone. Not even now. God is surrounding you. His presence is near. His Spirit is filling your lungs again. His comfort is settling into the cracks that grief left behind. He is walking you out of the shadows into the light. Not the light of forgetting, but the light of remembering rightly, with peace, with love, with hope. Your mother's voice may be quiet now, but it still echoes in heaven. It still carries power, and it still reaches you. Every time your heart trembles, every time you feel a warmth you can't explain, Every time you dream and feel her near, that is God allowing her love to stretch across eternity, reminding you that you are still her child and you are still his. You are going to be okay, more than okay. You are going to flourish. You are going to step into rooms she prayed you'd reach. You are going to see miracles that make all the waiting worth it. And one day, when it's your time, you'll run into her arms again. And she'll say what God is saying now. I'm proud of you. You didn't give up. You finished your race. Your mother's prayers didn't stop at heaven's gates. They traveled all the way to the center of God's heart, and now He is pouring out what she asked for. Restoration for you. She watched you grow. She watched you fall. She watched you get back up. But more than anything, she saw how hard you tried, even when no one else noticed. She remembers the times you pushed through pain to make her proud. And now, from where she stands, surrounded by the glory of God, she is more proud of you than ever before. Not because you were perfect, but because you never stopped trying to love, even when it hurt. That kind of love reflects Jesus. That kind of love changes the atmosphere, and your mother sees that reflection in you. You may not feel strong right now. You may even feel like you're holding on by a thread. But God says that thread is enough. Because what's holding you isn't your own grip, it's His. You're not about to fall, you're being lifted. The season you're stepping into will not look like what you came from. It will not echo the pain that tried to shape you. It will carry the fragrance of heaven, the peace your mother longed for you to walk in. And you will walk in it, not because you're ready, but because God is ready to give it. Comment 2222. If you feel God is lifting something heavy from your soul right now, you are not invisible. You are not unheard. You are not forgotten. Every prayer you whispered through tears, every quiet plea in the middle of the night, it all reached Him. And your mother heard too. She's been present in more ways than you realize. You felt her in your dreams. You've sensed her when the room went still. Those were not memories. They were divine touches from heaven. God allowed those moments to remind you that love never dies when it's rooted in Him. You have a softness in you that the world tried to harden. But it didn't work. You still feel deeply. You still care. And that's proof that you haven't lost yourself. Your mother prayed you'd never lose that heart. She saw its beauty even when you didn't. And now God is restoring that soft heart with strength, not the strength to fake being okay, but the strength to rise healed. She remembers how your voice used to light up when you were passionate about something. She remembers the curiosity in your eyes, the laughter you once let loose without hesitation. She's missed that light in you. She's been praying for it to return, and now God is reigniting what felt lost. There is nothing too far gone for Him. Not even the joy you buried. Not even the pieces of you that grief tried to erase. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She wants you to know this clearly. She's at peace. Real peace. The kind that can't be shaken. The kind that holds no pain, no fear, no regret. And because she's in the presence of the Prince of Peace, she can see your journey with holy clarity. She's not disappointed in you. She's not wondering why you haven't moved on. She understands your sorrow, and still she wants more for you. She wants you to trust again, to laugh again, to let yourself be loved without guilt. to chase dreams again, not just because they matter, but because you matter. You've lost sight of that. You've convinced yourself that your time has passed. But God says, the very fact that you're still breathing is proof that He's not done. In fact, He's just getting started. Comment 3333 if you still believe He's not finished with your story. You are going to find beauty again in the places where sorrow lived. You are going to feel warmth where coldness ruled for too long. And when it happens, don't question it. Don't wait for it to be taken. Receive it. It's an answer to a prayer she prayed years ago. She didn't just ask for your survival, she asked for your restoration, and God is honoring that now. There are things that will make sense later. You may not understand why certain things happened. You may carry questions you'll never get answers to here, but your mother sees now what she couldn't explain then, how God was still weaving purpose into the pain. One day, you'll see it too, and you'll thank Him. Not because it didn't hurt, but because even in the hurt, He never left your side. She is with Him, and He is with you. That connection is unbreakable, holy. And right now, through these words, God is letting you feel that truth again, not just know it, but feel it. You are not speaking into a void. You are being spoken to by the one who made your heart, and He is reminding you that the bond you shared with her is still alive. You will see her again. That reunion will come. But until then, you must live fully, boldly, and without shame. That is how you honor her. That is how you carry her light forward, not by staying stuck in the past, but by allowing her love to become part of your future. A future filled with peace, joy, and a faith that cannot be shaken. And your mother, she's been closer than you realize, watching, interceding, asking God not just to comfort you, but to strengthen you. She has seen what lies ahead of you, and she's not worried. She's expectant. The strength you've had to carry your pain, do you think that came from you alone? No. That strength came from prayers spoken over you while you slept. That strength came from God's Spirit when your knees gave out. There were days when you didn't even know how you got through, how you smiled, how you woke up and faced it all again, and yet you did. Your mother saw those days, and every single one made her proud. She knows how long you've been holding your breath, waiting for the moment you could feel something again besides the dull ache of missing her. She knows you've kept moving, trying to be strong for everyone else, but inside you've wondered when it would get better. God says it's starting now. Not all at once, but slowly, steadily. He's bringing life back to places in you that felt numb. He's breathing peace into rooms where grief has lived too long. Comment 7777 if you feel God is awakening something inside you right now. She wants you to stop apologizing for how long it's taken you to heal. Stop rushing your journey just to look okay. You are not broken. You are human, and grief is not a straight path. There's no right timeline for sorrow, but what God wants you to know now is that healing is here, not the kind that forgets, but the kind that honors. The kind that says, I carry your love with me, and I choose to live again. You've grown in ways you can't even see. You're wiser now, more compassionate, more aware of what really matters. Your mother's love didn't vanish when she left. It took root in you. It softened your heart. It made you more patient with others who are hurting. That's not just grief working in you, it's legacy. It's her light living on in you. And there are still things she wants to see you do. Dreams you've placed on a shelf. Parts of you you've locked away. You convinced yourself those pieces were lost with her, but God says they were only waiting for the right moment. And that moment is now. It's time to pick them back up. It's time to move forward, not because you're forced to, but because you're ready. God is opening doors in this season that grief tried to shut. Opportunities you thought were over are circling back around. Peace you thought you'd never feel again is returning, and joy, the real kind, is coming back. Not because your life is perfect, not because the pain disappeared, but because God is in it with you, because your mother's prayers are still moving through time to wrap you in grace. Comment 9999 if you believe her prayers are still protecting you. You've walked through some dark places, and maybe no one else really knows the full extent of it, but heaven does, your mother does, and not one step was wasted. God is using every part of it. The loneliness, the tears, the breakdowns. He's turning them into strength you didn't know you had. He's turning your sorrow into a story that will heal others. One day you will tell someone, "I know what it's like to feel that way, but I promise, healing is real. God really does restore, and when you speak it, it won't be empty words. It will carry weight, because it came from your own valley, from the pain you endured and the peace you found on the other side. And your mother will smile from heaven, knowing her prayers helped bring that moment to life. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. She's not asking you to forget her. She's asking you to remember her rightly, not only through tears, but through courage, through joy, through the strength to keep showing up, to keep believing, to keep loving others with the tenderness she gave to you. That's how you honor her. That's how you keep her alive, not in sorrow, but in the way you live. God is making your heart whole again. Slowly, gently. He knows what grief does to a person. He knows how it cracks open the soul, how it makes everything uncertain, but he also knows how to rebuild, how to mend, how to breathe new life into places that felt dead, and he is doing it for you. Right now, this very moment. There are better days ahead. Not just easier ones, better ones. Days where your laughter will be real, where you'll look around and realize, I made it, I survived, and I'm still standing. And you won't be alone when you say it. God will be beside you, and in the spirit, your mother will be rejoicing with you. She still whispers for mercy when she senses your sorrow. She still speaks your name with love, not from a place of worry, but from a place of faith. She knows you're going to be okay, not because she hopes so, but because she sees it through the eyes of heaven. God says the time for shame is over. You've held on to guilt for things you couldn't control, things that were never your burden to bear. It has exhausted you, worn your soul down, and made you believe you are less than worthy. But your mother never wanted you to carry that, and God never asked you to. That shame is being broken right now. He is lifting it off you. You are not the failure your fear has described. You are His, loved, covered, forgiven, completely. Comment 111111 if you're ready to walk free from shame. She's seen your quiet victories. The moments you chose love when you could have chosen bitterness. The times you gave when you barely had enough for yourself. And her spirit rejoices. You've honored her not just by remembering her, but by becoming more like the love she carried. That same love is in you. It was planted deep, and now God is watering it again. You will feel that love expand. You'll feel it in the way you speak, in the way you forgive, in the way you stand tall, even when no one sees what it costs you. God says, the days of barely surviving are coming to an end. You've been surviving for too long, but He's not the God of survival, He's the God of life, and life more abundantly. He's been guarding your heart, waiting for the moment when you were ready, not just to endure, but to grow. That moment is here. Your mother prayed you wouldn't just get through life, she prayed you'd thrive. And he heard her. That's what you're stepping into now. There's a softness coming back to you, a gentleness that the world tried to harden. You were never meant to lose your tenderness. That was one of her favorite things about you, your empathy, your quiet strength, your depth. She used to say you cared more than most people could see. She was right. And that gift hasn't disappeared. God is restoring that part of you, not so you can be hurt again, but so you can love again, fully and fearlessly. You've been walking through your days like a shell of yourself, going through motions that no longer hold meaning. But that's about to change. Your heart is waking up, and with it, your joy, real joy. Not just a momentary laugh, not just a good day here and there, but a steady, burning joy that can't be shaken. That's what she wanted for you. That's what God is giving you now. Comment 1313 if you're ready for joy to live inside you again. God says you're not too late, you're not too old, you're not too broken, you're right on time for His plan. The enemy tried to convince you that you missed your moment, that the pain delayed your purpose. But what the enemy didn't know is that God was using the pain to deepen your roots. What looked like delay was preparation. What felt like silence was a setup for something greater. Your mother never doubted that you'd rise again. She saw more in you than you saw in yourself. And she carried that hope into heaven. It never died. It multiplied. And now it's surrounding you like a promise that cannot break. You are about to walk into spaces you never thought you'd enter. You're about to see the pieces come together in ways that only God could arrange. There will be days ahead where you'll feel her smile, not in memory, but in presence. She'll be near, watching, celebrating, because she'll know you made it through the hardest part. She'll know you kept going when it would have been easier to quit. And her spirit will rejoice, not just in who you are, but in who you're becoming. You have a testimony forming. You may not see the full picture yet, but your story is being written in the ink of resilience. One day, others will come to you, broken like you once were, and they will feel safe. They will find healing through your honesty, and you will look back and realize it was all worth it. Every tear, every ache, every unanswered question. It brought you here. She wants you to trust that, to believe again, not blindly, but boldly, because God has never failed you. He has carried you even when your legs gave out. He has shielded you when you didn't know you were under attack. And now, He is about to reward your endurance. Not because you earned it, but because He is good. This moment is not small, it's holy. The shift you feel in your heart right now, that's real. That's the Spirit of God, confirming every word you've heard. You are not dreaming. You are not imagining things. You are being revived. And your mother is watching it all with tears of joy in her eyes. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She has seen you on your knees, even if only in your heart. She knows how much you've tried to keep going when everything inside of you said to stop. And now she watches with awe as God begins to answer the very prayers she poured out when she was still with you. She didn't pray small prayers. She prayed bold ones. She asked God to protect you, bless you, and use you in ways no one else could imagine. And God, in His perfect timing, is saying yes. Comment 1717, if you know her prayers are being answered through your life. God says you have more strength than you think. You've spent too long focusing on what you lost, but He wants you to see what you've gained: resilience, wisdom, compassion, spiritual depth. Your mother didn't just pass something down through her words, she passed down something eternal through her spirit, and it's alive in you now. You carry more than just her memory, you carry her mantle. There are gifts inside you that are about to be awakened. You may have buried them because grief felt heavier than purpose, but God never forgot what He placed in you, and neither did she. She believed in your gifts because she knew the source of them. She saw your creativity, your kindness, your ability to touch others without even trying, and she thanked God for that. Over and over. Even in her weakest moments, she didn't ask Him for comfort for herself. She asked Him to protect you, and He has. That's why you're still here. That's why you haven't been destroyed by what tried to break you. Because her prayers built a hedge, God honored her faith. And now He's calling you to stand in it. Not in fear, not in sorrow, but in hope. You may feel like you've missed your moment, but you haven't. You may feel like the best parts of life are behind you, but they're not. God is the author of time. He restores what was stolen. He gives beauty in place of ashes, and that's what He's about to do in your life. Not just small blessings, but full circle restoration. Everything the enemy took, peace, passion, confidence, joy, is returning to you, multiplied. She wants you to receive that without hesitation. Stop questioning whether you're worthy of joy again. Stop second-guessing every good thing that comes your way. She would tell you this if she could stand beside you now. Take the blessing. Walk through the open door. Let God give you more. Comment 777 if you are ready to walk through every door God opens for you. God has seen how gently you've handled other people's pain, even while you were still healing. You haven't become cold. You haven't become bitter. And that says everything about your character. It shows the strength your mother loved so much in you. She knew you would survive, but she also prayed you'd keep your softness. And you have. In a world that constantly tries to harden people, you've stayed open. That's no small thing. That's evidence of God's presence in you. The coming days will not look like the days you've known. God is reshaping your path. He's removing people and things that can't go with you. You may feel the discomfort of change, but don't resist it. It's Him making room for the promises that are overdue. Room for the life your mother dreamed you'd have. Room for new laughter, new strength, and new connections that will bless your future. She's not watching with sorrow, she's watching with peace. And God wants you to know He is proud of how you've held on. You've questioned Him, you've been angry, you've doubted, but you never walked away, and that matters more than you know. Your faith, even when it felt weak, was never wasted. It moved heaven, it honored her, and it's opening doors now. The pain you've endured will never define you. What will define you is what comes next. The restoration, the peace, the anointing, the clarity. You're going to start waking up with purpose again. You're going to start walking with boldness again. You're going to stop looking back and start believing that there is more in front of you.